they can do. You better keep top decking like a goddamn hero, or else you're done here, bud. You are donezo. Yep. Keep looking. Ooh, not bad. They're doing it. Uh-huh. Don't think that's enough, but alright. Jazzy J? Let's see if this resolves. Of course it does. Milia. Founding. Level 2. Milia. Love that Founding can target either player is so good. It enables you, and then late in the game, you just mill them out. Keep drawing. Okay. What else you got? No creature lands. I think I can probably burn this Triumph on the Tidebinder, right? I'll pay 3. Actually, I'll discard the Prankster, right? Let's discard the Prankster here. We don't need it. Okay, luck is a skill, Worf. You know it. Luck is the residue of design. It's not totally random. I mean, it is, but the prepared person magically has better luck. Isn't that strange? When you're prepared for every eventuality, it feels like you get lucky more often. I mean, in Magic, it's just, you know, a matter of putting the best cards in your deck. Like, I want to draw that Atraxa. Well, yeah, I'm playing 4 for that reason. I'm maxing out on that. Got me. I don't think I have any more basics. Yeah. Okay. Could lose to a Jace here, I guess. I don't know if they have Jace in their deck, but... Emerge. You got them hard counters? Nope. And they used their land destruction right before I drew the Reef, which is not amazing. Pay for no more lies. Millie for 4. That'll do it. Alright. Alright. Sorry, I know we're all over the place, but he tapped out. Oh, the tap out thing, Worf. Yeah, I know. Invasion of Tolvada. Yeah, I used to play it. Cruelty's better. Cruelty's just much, much better. So, I didn't want to play white at all, but I finally convinced myself to put a basic plains in there just so I can randomly hardcast the Traxas. It has made a difference. I should be playing 2 forests. I think I'm skimping a little too hard on the basics because now I went up to 4 Fabled Passage. I was only playing 3 Fabled Passage before, but... Alright, blue-white control. Negate, duress. Get out of my face. I could... They're playing Caretaker's Talent. This is the kind of blue-white control deck I was talking about building at one point. Oh, with the Elspeth Smite? Oh, this is just a copy of that list that did well in Japan on Saturday. Last Saturday, yeah, it's a straight copy. Two Seasons of the Burrow. So I'm going to bring back Tranquil, or I'll bring in Tranquil Frill back to deal with the enchantments there. Okay, Archaeologist comes out. Harvester, Terror Tide, Vaultborn I don't need. Whale is still good, actually. This is where it gets awkward. Maybe Cruelty of Gix, not amazing. I mean, it lets us ramp into one of these big things really quickly, but I'm going to cut Cruelties there. Ugh, what is the last cut? Bitter Triumph? Oh, Portal. Maybe Portal. Yeah, Portal to Phyrexia I don't need, right? So I could keep in a Cruelty. Could bring in a Tidebinder. I don't like Tidebinder as well. Let's bring in a Tidebinder here. Smite is, yeah, for the aggro matchup, right? But I don't think 4 Smite is good. I think that's crazy, but you know, it's, you know, if you're expecting a ton of aggro, I think you're really leaning too far against aggro when you do that. Like, I don't know what your metagame would have to look like. You would have to be absolutely sure that you were going to be playing against a ton of aggro and nothing like, you know, you're playing a 7 or 8 round tournament, like 5 of those rounds going to be against aggro. Like everybody's talking about playing aggro. Then I could see Smites, but 4 Smites in the main, I would not be playing that if I right now against, you know, the standard Domain, one of the best decks, and even things like, you know, black green, like Golgari has, you know, Preacher and a bunch of stuff that doesn't die to Elspeth Smite. Feels bad. This is an awkward hand. I think I'm gonna have to mulligan this. Okay. What's up, Walk Turtle? How you doing, man? Yeah, you too. Stinnel, what's up? Wonder if there are books like Magic for Dummies. Oh yeah, sure. There's a lot. I know there's no books, but there's a lot of people who've written articles like in that kind of vein, like teaching you how to play Magic. I mean, Reed Duke literally did Magic, 101 or whatever it's called. Magic level 1 or level 0, level 1 like Magic. He made a whole series of articles, but that's more of a top down, like this is what card advantage is, this is what tempo is, this is what stock mana advantage is, and why you should be playing, using all your mana and blah blah blah. But yeah, the mono red is already for dummies. No, I mean, mono red's more straightforward to play, I would say, but it's not. It takes skill to play well. People who don't understand that have never played against somebody who's really good at playing aggro. I've played against players who all they do is play aggro. They love aggro. Every standard, every rotation, every format, they love playing aggro decks. Cool. I love playing control. But playing against a player who really knows what they're doing with an aggro deck is yeah, dude, you think you're getting me there? I don't know if I like that. But all right, Jace. Now they have to tap mana to kill Jace. They can get Lost Jace, but other than that, there's not really many ways to deal with him, right? But you play against a player who's really good at playing aggro, and you start to understand why it's skilled. I could not play a mono red aggro deck as well as, look at Simon Nielsen. He's really good at playing these kind of low to the ground tempo aggressive decks. He's winning with Blue White Soldiers. He top 8'd a Pro Tour when everybody was like, don't play Blue White Soldiers, it's bad. Not if you're a really good player, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That is something that I didn't. I also said stuff like that. Oh, mono red players, it's easy to play mono red. No, not to play well, not to play really well. Like, you play against a good player, and yeah, you get showed up. Not drawing a land, kind of rough here. Pass. If they go for Deduce, I'll Bitter Triumph. Okay, discard a card. I want this to resolve so I can get Atrax in my yard here. Okay. Unlucky. Yeah, they took a real long shot there, hoping that the Fabled Passage was going to hurt me. I could have had more lands in hand, though. Then it would have been a real waste. But they had to Get Lost for Jace, and then I didn't have the 4th land, so they end up getting lucky there. I think we'll be okay, though. The problem with the draw engine being that enchantment is, for a blue-white player, you have to tap out on your turn to get that enchantment into play. That sucks. They're waiting and waiting. They're waiting to get that draw engine online. Oh my god, though. We are not drawing lands. Go. I think we're going to get mana screwed out of this game. But red is tough. Yeah, Pat Chapin. Oh yeah, Mental Magic. Yeah, that's true. You can get it in PDF form. Just go look almost anywhere. You'll be able to find it. More passing from me. That's another not bad one. It's getting a little dated now. Like, that's the weird thing. You've got to constantly be updating your theories and stuff, because Magic is changing. The game, like, look at the cards that are printed now compared to cards that we used to play back in the day. I mean, power creep is on another level. Like, power creep is manifested itself very clearly, and look at the power level of the creatures in Magic now that come out in every set, stuff like that. I'll negate that. They're gonna No More Lies this, I presume? No. Do they not have? Kutzil's Flanker lands. Oh boy. Okay. I love it. Triple Angerage is a pain in my ass. Yeah, that's annoying. I got the Triumph for that, but I need to find a spot to resolve Jace. So I'm... Oh, you Lucksack. Top deck the Shark, huh? Okay, all they can do is flank, so I've got to kill... Yeah, let's just go this into Bitter Triumph. Yeah. Good whale as well, but let's just pay the 3 life, kill this. Okay, and then I whale or I play Prankster. I think I just play Prankster to block and pass. Okay, next turn we can mill 4. They can flank me, but I don't even have any way to bring anything back. Maybe I just mill them and start jacing them out here. They top deck 1 card. They're going to go for the map here. Deduce on top, which they have to leave there because they need to find action. I'm happily blocking here. Don't care about my fairy. Mill you. There goes Deduce. Jace. Did you top deck a counter spell? No? Great. My mill versus your damage. Let's see who wins. There we go. 20 cards left. Next turn I can Duress or Bitter Triumph. I guess it's going to be Duress here with the Founding. Yep. Better exile that yard. Good. I think that's fine. 2 unknown cards. Let's see if they have any action here. Another Jace should end the game here. Season of the Burrow. They keep it on top. Ooh, only 1 unknown card here. They're going for max damage. Uh-oh, they have so much mana? Oh my god, this is actually going to be lethal, right? So maybe I have to go Frill back, gain 4. I can mill them down to 4 cards, then I die. It's kind of annoying. I guess I am going to have to go down to 3. Why the fuck would you tap my green mana, you piece of shit? God. Top deck counter? No? Gain 4 life? I don't know if this saves me. 3, 4, 5. They need... Oh, they have an untapped land. They're going to have Xaxes. Oh, unless they map up. They could also map up and hit a random spell on top. Okay. I don't know what if that matters. Maybe. I don't think it matters. I think they already have lethal. Yeah, with the untapped land. That's unlucky. Xaxes, huh? Okay. The mana screw ends up biting us in the ass, but when I saw all those lands, I thought, oh, there's a chance here. I think if we had drawn a couple more lands, we would have been okay. I mean, I put them to like 3 cards in library now if I had milled them instead of playing this on my turn, but it's not lethal, so I can't mill all their cards. 1 land? Yeah, might have been enough, but I don't know. If I had 1 more land early there. Just run it back. Let me catch up. Tempo, win more... If you tempo out, you win more. But if you don't tempo out, you still win with optimal hands. What are we talking about? The aggro thing? Lucky you didn't get banned from it. What are we talking about? You mean Chapin? Yeah. It's boring. Well, that's you're right and you're wrong. It just depends who you ask, right? Anything that's like boring or exciting or fun or not fun, boring, those things are totally subjective. What I find fun, my dad finds totally boring. Magic as a game is fucking boring to him. Totally boring, the whole game. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it. He thinks it's ridiculous that I still play Magic at my age. My idea of fun is different. So yeah, at that point, let's just agree to disagree. That's an opinion thing. But other stuff like the shuffler and all these things, that's fact-based. That's not subjective. Your opinion, like what I enjoy, what I find boring or not boring, that's subjective. That's just everybody's different. I'm glad that Magic has something for everybody. I'm glad that people enjoy playing Lantern Prison decks, or decks that I don't find super fun to play, but they do. Hey, great. That's, I'm glad that everybody can do their thing, even though it's not for me. I'm glad the ice cream shop has 30 flavors, even if I only ever get the same 3 flavors every time I go. I'm still glad that other people who like eating mint chocolate chip or whatever can still enjoy their, weird flavor. Pineapple on pizza. Fuck it. Why not? But man, people lose their minds. I think we have to draw a big red line between things that are subjective and things that are not. When it's subjective, who gives a shit? Yeah, let anybody enjoy whatever they want. Even if I don't like it, it doesn't matter. I'm glad somebody does. All the art, all the goofy anime stuff in Magic, I have 0 interest in any of that. But I'm glad it exists. I'm glad somebody out there is going to like those white border lands from the mystery boosters that have just come out. Probably, right? I maybe not, because I think they're fucking hideous, but... Hey, just print them. Why not? You print so many cards anyway. What's a couple of white bordered lands? Who cares? Negate's interesting here. I think it might still be good, but I don't know if Tranquil Frillback is good. That's what's kind of weird here. Okay, I'm just gonna go fairy here, and I'm gonna start punching them with a fairy. They're not gonna counter this, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go founding. Oh. Oh. They're scared, huh? You respect that founding now, don't you?
Oh, you better respect it. It killed you last game.
Or game 1, I should say. Alright, get some good mills here. That's 3 permanents. Oh, do I have a cruelty in the yard? No. Okay. Ooh, another fairy. Punch. Fairy. Pass on their end step. Fairy. And then that leaves us with a squirming emergence for X is more than 7, I'm assuming. Should be here. Fairy just so good at pressuring them. Oh yeah, that's the one. We didn't pick up a spell here, but now squirming's on 9. So any duress I find or anything we can clear the way. Let's punch with these two. And I'm not going to play any more. I want them to wrath this away and waste a sunfall, killing 2 fairies here. No? Okay. Whale pretty good. Oop. I want to find a land here. I want to try and play around No More Lies if at all possible. Plus, leave up Tidebinder pretty good. They discard a card. Yeah, let's just get a swamp here. Okay, nice. Pass. Not playing the 3rd Prankster. Not yet. We're going to save that for post-Sunfall. They're going to have to burn a Sunfall here, I think. Okay. Keep playing lands. Keep punching face. Alright. Sorry, catching up with you guys. Magic, the player who has, yeah. Magic today is the player who start has way too much advantage. That's what I think. What do you mean? Oh, the player who wins the die roll. He has too much. Yeah, that I can agree with. I think that's a problem. The more powerful the... Oh, there we go. The more powerful the cards become, the more it becomes about the die roll. When there's crazy 1-drops and 2-drops that are super powerful, it's just like, yeah, you win the die roll, it's almost impossible to... Okay, so they could still have the No More Lies here. So I can't afford to play Squirming. It's going to get countered. I could Squirming just to bait it here, but I think I'm going to pass. Again, I feel like they're going to have to do something about these fairies. It's burning through their counter magic. That's all I'm trying to do here. Bitter Triumph, not exactly what the doctor ordered here. Pass. Sure. Does Emergence get Planeswalkers? Yeah, it gets any permanent. It's crazy. Any permanent worth. So it's very powerful. You can get a Cruelty, and then Cruelty gets back something huge. You can get back Portal to Phyrexia or whatever. Ooh, there's Jazzy J. Just gonna discard Bitter Triumph at this point. Okay. They've got so much mana. We keep missing our land drops. They made their land drop every single turn. That's why they play 27 lands, though, right? Again, it's not like good luck. Their deck is designed to do this, right? Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Oh, is this mid-combat? Oops, I meant to do it at the end step, but whatever. My turn? Frillback? No. Get lost? Who knows? Kutzil's flanker. Exile my graveyard? Rude. So I could slam Jace here and just deck him, right? Just mill them a bunch. But they're at 10 life. I feel like doing this is better. End the turn. Could play Prankster there, but no need. Okay. They have one creature land here. Just one. I don't have a white source. Let's ditch that. Punch face. Okay. Take a damage to make a 1/1 fish. Because they want a Sunfall and get an X2 token or something? I'm confused, but alright. Oh, they want to draw? Okay, I think the life is worth more than drawing here, but maybe not. Like, they have 6 cards? What? Oh, negate off the top was a nice one. Kill my guy? What if I fight over this? Are you going to fight back? Okay. Not going to play into No More Lies here, so let's just pass. They keep drawing cards. The more cards they draw, the closer they get to dying to Jace. We have 3 Jaces in our deck. Oh, one of them got exiled, maybe. No, we have 3. We have 1 in our hand and 2 in our deck still. Romho Seed Shock. Yeah. Let's play Jace. And they're gonna Tidebind this? I'm gonna do this. Yep. I know what you have. So I could frill back. They're gonna counter it. I know they have No More Lies. I'm trying to get No More Lies out of their hand, but I still think I'm gonna wait. I could just make them burn one here. They'll counter my 3/3 if I play it, right? But they can't even kill Jace here. Oh, they're gonna make a fish. Go to 5. Uh-oh. Careful. Lucky I didn't find my creature land. I don't know where it went. Did I mill it? Maybe I milled it. Yeah, I milled it. Darn. You got Jace. 29 cards. I'm gonna try and squirming back at Jace here, see what happens. Okay. Interesting. It's a lot of dudes. Probably not gonna beat that. 2. Sure. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop them from killing me now. A little too slow. Again, I feel like if we had just drawn lands a little bit more consistently, I would have been able to do it, but I cannot. Tidebinder number 2? Yeah. If I had enough mana to play around No More Lies, I could have gone for something more aggressive, but I don't, so I get got by it. Don't need that. Think I'm just dead. Little too late to the party. Darn. Not good enough. I guess we lose against blue-white. That's too bad. Game 1 was easy peasy, right? Game 2 was close. I think we unfortunately got mana screwed out of the game. And then this game, we did draw some more lands than the game before, but not much you can really do. I didn't draw them fast enough to be able to keep up with them. Once they have enough mana to do something and leave up multiple counters, I'm never going to be able to push through all that. I needed more mana to be able to play around No More Lies. I didn't have any, so too bad. Depends on the cards. Oh, it's already 5 o'clock. I was going to play Baldur's Gate, but I guess not. The current meta, both players just started the game with a basic land in play. Yeah, that's too good. Yeah, you can't do stuff like that. That'll break the game. White border's the best border? There you go, okay, Scoop. Yeah, Mystery Boosters, Smoltron. Mystery 2. They're not releasing them. You can't buy them. Nobody's going to have them. The only place you can get them is if you're in the United States and you go to a con. I don't know if they're going to be at the cons outside the States, maybe, but so far they've said only at Magic Cons. I guess there are Magic Cons elsewhere. They probably will be in... there was one in Amsterdam recently, right? Yeah. It's made discard so strong? Well, maybe that's why. They're trying to balance power creep, right? They've got to make removal better and better to balance the creatures being better. So maybe discard gets better because it's one of the only ways to deal with some of the more powerful, creatures. I don't know, but... Yeah. Yeah, Baloth is not the most amazing. So you're asking, how do you beat the discard deck? Is that what you're asking? I think the problem a lot of people... the problem with the discard deck that a lot of people don't realize is the deck loses to itself. A lot of times the discard deck goes blah, and remember, every discard spell is very low ceiling. There, Duress and I don't know, Hopeless Nightmare and all this shit. Any card that's just trading for one card is not good for you. Every other card that people play is drawing them cards and ETBing and killing some and drawing and blah blah blah. Every other thing is gaining you card advantage. So if you're just playing a Duress or a Thoughtseize or whatever, it's not good enough to just take one card from your opponent. If you do that a bunch and they just play Jace or they have a Caretaker's Talent and they're drawing a bunch of cards, you can play all these discard spells, but you're going to end up with 0 cards in your hand and they're going to have 4 or 5 still because they're drawing a bunch of cards. The discard deck has no way to recoup card advantage until they level up the Bandits thing all the way, or they have to dump a bunch of mana into doing it, right? I think I'm going to mulligan that. So they end up losing to themselves a lot because once they're empty-handed, even if the opponent has 0 cards, both of you are top decking. Every Duress they draw, every Hopeless Nightmare, every Tiny Bones joins up, and blah, 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 is not going to do anything because your opponent has no cards in his hand or her hand, right? That's the problem. But people don't realize that until you play the discard deck and you realize it's frustrating. I get frustrated when I run out of cards and then my opponent top decks a draw spell and I'm like, well, all that discard did nothing because they just drew out of it and I have no way to to draw cards myself, so I'm just going to lose now because all of my cards only trade 1 for 1. So Hopeless Nightmare, like, yeah, you can pay 3 mana, sack it to get 2 cards or whatever. That's okay, but that's how they build in some kind of, like, actual card advantage into a card that otherwise would just be a 1 for 1. The only time Thoughtseize is really good, people might say, what? Your Thoughtseize is one of the best cards ever printed, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but context. Context is key. Thoughtseize is great when you're proactive. When you go Thoughtseize, take your removal spell, and then I play Pack Rat on turn 2 and crush you. Like in Standard, the last time Thoughtseize existed in Standard. That's amazing. But let's go Founding into Whale here. Yeah, let's jam Whale. Hold on, I have a land. I could get another. I guess I'm going to take the Squirming. Put 2 permanents in the yard. That's 4. So now I can Terror Tide. Sweep. I'm going to go to 5 here. Why are they getting 2 cards? Huh? Oh, equal to the number of what you have? Oh, this guy's an assassin, apparently. The 1/2. Scary. But anyway, do you guys know what I'm saying? That's, yeah. I think that's what's going on there, but the discard is never, it's never a 2 for 1. Ever. Liliana is symmetrical. Every time she ticks up, you're discarding a card. You end up both empty-handed, and if they just have 1 spell for Liliana to, off the top or whatever, now you're just like, you're top decking, they're top decking, but half the cards in your deck are dead draws. Because every Duress, every discard effect is now useless. It's not good. But I understand it's frustrating to play against a deck that just goes discard, 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 and when it all comes together nicely and they take everything and you don't draw anything, one way to beat them is play card advantage. Play cards that draw you cards and you'll never lose to discard. Okay. Could slam an Atraxa here, but I think I'm going to die if I do that. I drew the basic plains. Let's get another swamp here, I think. And let's just Wrath. How do you beat a Wrath, Lizards? How do you beat a Wrath? You don't, is the answer. Just like sweepers, right? If an opponent goes all in that direction, they can get hosed by one card. Just like discard. They're going all in one direction, discarding your hand. They've got to pray that you don't draw anything off the top. That's the, you know, and yeah, you might say, oh, I have to get lucky. Well, most stuff in your deck, like look at my deck. If we get reduced to 0 cards, it's fine. We can draw so many things to take over the game with, right? But the discard deck can't do that. They don't, half the cards in their deck just make them discard, right? Yeah, Phyrexian Arena. Okay, so that's one way, but they don't play that in the main deck. They'll sideboard that against control and, you know, slower decks. But then that's, you know, then you can kill, you focus on killing that. Usually out of the sideboard, I'm bringing in Enchantment Hate against the black decks, right? Like Frillback and stuff. Against Lizards, I'm bringing in Terror Tide and Malicious Eclipse. Portal's good. Harvester. Jace I don't need. Whale is not great because I'm not bouncing anything, so I'm just going to keep it like this. We do very little sideboarding here. The other problem with discard, when they face this deck, when they face a deck that's actively trying to put their stuff in the yard, like you play against Golgari, you know, Vines, the Insidious Roots deck, or not Vines, Roots. Play against the Roots deck, play against this deck, play against Breach combo, and you're making them discard? Oh god, now you're just actually making your opponent win. That's terrible, you know? So, but of course, there's decks that have trouble against discard. There's decks that don't. The aggro decks, I think, steamroll the discard deck. Like, making them discard a creature doesn't matter when all their creatures are, like, 1 and 2 mana and they're all just interchangeable. They're just all aggressive. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You can't... Oof, this is kind of rough. I'm going to have to fetch double black here, I think. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, it sucks to face them, but maybe it's just your deck is soft to that, you know, but that doesn't mean those decks are better than anything else, that Wizards is pushing that or something. No, because discard isn't even tier 1 in standard right now, for all the reasons I mentioned. But it is better and better, I don't know, maybe. Thoughtseize is still one of the best discard spells. They don't reprint that one very often. There's been no discard on that level printed that I can think of. They need to take a card from my hand here. They don't, they're in trouble. So I could Founding into Whale and bounce something. I think I'm just gonna do this. Pass. Do it on their end step. I don't want to show them double black here, but I'm sure they have a discard spell, right? They have to. It's probably that 3-drop that if they hit me, they get to take whatever they want. Oh, no. Never mind. Great. Can they not even pump this? Oh my god. So we're going to do big damage now to our opponent. Big damage. I mean, we're going to wipe all their stuff. Oh, I guess I thought it was on end step there. I thought this guy triggered on end step. He does not. Okay. Black Leaves. Nice. Good hit. They can play a 2-drop here. Oh, mama. Oh, Malicious Eclipse is going to be so good. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch! You lucky fucking bastard! The second last card, they had to hit the untapped land off the top to play. Oh my god, you luck sack. You luck sack. Well, that's unlucky, but not much I can do about it. So I could play Whale here. Let me think. Like, I could bounce one of these. Does that keep me alive? I just need to last 1 turn, and then I'm going to sweep, right? And I probably win after that. So as long as I survive this turn. So I feel like I should Whale here, and I should just bounce something. As shitty as that is, I just want to keep the damage to a minimum. So what is capable of doing the most damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just gonna bounce this idiot. Okay. See if I can untap into Terror Tide. They know I have it, so they have to draw another discard spell here, or find a way to kill me. Fetchland, maybe? Fabled Passage probably does it into something else. They still need one more thing. I don't know. We'll see. They can pump. They can only pump one of their dudes. Okay. They top deck the discard spell. Jeez, is that ever lucky? I could still top deck another one of my own, but nope. Did not find another discard. Damn. Opponent had to luck their way out of this one for sure. I can't do anything about it now. There's no 2-mana card I could draw, so. Let's concede. Unlucky. Like, those kind of duress effects and everything, they have to have it just the right time. Like, it's all about timing with this stuff, right? It's why I don't love this card. A lot of times you don't have it at the right time. You draw it after they sweep, and you're like, no, duress off the top. They just killed all my guys. Now I need creatures, not a duress. You know what I mean? You have to have it at just the right moment, the turn before they sweep. Otherwise, it's bad. That makes it a very narrow card. I know a lot of people remember the times that what just happened to me. Oh, they had it. They always have it at the perfect time. No, they don't. A lot of games they just lose because they don't have it, and they don't draw it early enough. They draw it, and then I wrath them after they draw. You know, they take something. They look at my hand. I have 2 sweepers. They just can't do any. There's so many situations where it's bad, right? But when it looks good, when they draw it at the perfect time, it's good. They needed another discard effect. I am pretty sure they top decked it because if they had that lizard previously, they would have played it, right? I'm gonna mulligan this. Keep this. Looks good. Big boy going to the yard or going to the bottom. Let's try and get mythic here. Psychological damage, yeah. Discard discussion willed it into being. Yeah, they discarded after we talked about all that discard. So, I mean, anyway, that's what's so funny. Like, any card can look good, right? I think any card, you can craft a situation where it looks great. But you gotta stop lying to yourself, right? I mean, like, shake off the fairy tale. Let's be realistic. Don't craft the perfect situation for a card when you're deciding whether or not to put a card in your deck, or if a card is good enough or whatever it is you're trying to, you know, card evaluation. Don't build a narrative around the card to make it, yeah, I'm sure you could take any shitty card that's not very good and create a situation where it makes sense and it would be good. That's not how you should approach deck building. It's not how you should approach Magic, really, right? That's not what matters. It's how is it in most situations, not how is it in this one specific situation. A lot of bad cards that I see people play, I think are that. They're playing it because in this very specific thing or with this other very specific card, it's good. But like all the times you don't draw both of them and it just is bad. It's too much. It's too many. Yeah. Anyway. All right. This is the turn. They've got to have discard here or else I get to sweep again. That does let them look at my hand. Okay. Annoying. They have it again. Maybe I draw another one. We'll see. I've got 3 more sweepers in my deck. Okay. I mean, I've got the squirming here as well. If I do find something to put in the yard, like... No. Okay. Yup. Haven't found any big stuff yet. Yeah, so these kind of decks, to me, it's a very delicate dance they're doing. It's very hard to put all this together. It does not do it all the time, right? You've got to have pressure and curve out. That's easy to do in a deck like this. But you also have to draw that interaction at just the right time. And it has to be the right interaction. They can't have go for the throat in this spot. They have to have a card that looks at my hand and takes something. Later on when I jam Atraxa, this kind of stuff doesn't matter. Now they have to find go for the throat. You know, they have to find it at just the perfect time. Like a control deck. A control deck will do the same thing. Darn. So we draw nothing here. That sucks. Unlucky. That's how it goes. I'll play this. But, that's why we side in a bunch of sweepers. You need to have more than one usually, but we have a lot of ways to look. Like, Archeologist milled 4 and didn't hit a spell, which sucks, but what are you going to do? Yep. I think I could scoop there. Yeah, that's how it goes. So I could play, I still could play Terror Tide like 3 in the main if I want to be better against aggro, but I just don't need to be. I just killed them with turn 3 Atraxa a lot. So I think I'm fine with the way the deck is. I'm not going to change anything there. But yeah, the aggro, the Lizards deck seems really sketch. There's, I don't know. it just gets hosed by temporary lockdown and other sweepers. They have to, again, have it just line up perfectly so they can take your sweeper, hope you don't have another one, hope you don't draw one, etc., etc. As soon as you sweep once, the game's over. Like in game 1. Oh, Doomwake, I know this person. I don't know them, but I recognize the name. Keep. Hello. Nice. A cool content creator. You can go check him out on Twitch, I think. Same name, Doomwake. Usually plays Modern, but good to see him playing Standard. Let's get green here. Alright, my turn. Another passage. Not amazing, but I am still going to do this and put it on 1. Next turn, mill myself. Play maybe Fabled Passage? Are they going to get lost? Oh, wow. Very proactive get lost there. Interesting. Okay, let's Fairy now. I guess I'll get Bitter Triumph. 5 permanents in the yard already. Ooh. No cruelties, nothing? Darn. So let's go maybe Fairy plus Whale. Oh, I can't anymore because I fetched white. Okay, let's just go Fairy, map. That's probably also good. Yeah, I will keep that on top. That lets me go Prankster, put a bunch of permanents in the yard, then Whale, bounce Caretaker's Talent, make them discard, do all the things. Collector's Vault? Wait a minute, what? Huh? I could Cruelty of Gixir. Maybe I should just do that and see what's going on. Yeah, let's do that instead. I gotta see this. Oh, goddamn! Is it a reenact deck? Oh, I love it. Well, I'm not gonna let them... Yeah, I'm not gonna take Atraxa here. They must have some kind of reanimation thing. So this is an Esper Reanimator deck? Oh, it's sweet. I like it. I have not seen anybody do anything quite like that. I mean, it's obviously got this blue-white, you know, control thing. When I saw the Vault, I thought, what is this, Breach combo? But I haven't seen a single black mana. They got kind of color screwed here, I guess. Very interesting. Okay. Brewing. Doomwake's been in the kitchen. Cooking up a storm here. Yeah, gonna discard Atraxa, I presume. Go for the throat. Okay. Interesting. We got a treasure. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so we get to DT here. What do I take? Jace? Why do I feel if I mill a bunch of stuff, it's gonna... I should just take another Squirming, right? Let's just take another Squirming here. I've got Founding into Whale, and then I can Squirming? It's crazy. Or into Picklock. What am I saying? Let's just Picklock. Okay, Jace. And now I can either Squirming back Jace. They go for the throat, Atraxa. I think I will. I'm going to Squirming back the Jace. And then I'm going to -4. Because I'm going to bounce it with... Oh, it's Invasion of Tolvada? Is that what they're doing? No. How are they... Oh, it is Invasion. Oh, okay. Invasion of Tolvada. Yeah. Interesting. So an Esper Reanimator deck. Cool. I thought they might be playing Reenact at first. Yeah, that's fine. Draw more cards. So I can go... Let's see here. I can Bitter Triumph. I want a Whale of the Forgotten, I think. I'm going to bounce my Jace. They don't play any counter magic. Wow. Okay. Portal, not amazing. Let's mill them. I don't need any more mill on my side. And let's get a Atraxa. Yeah. Artifact, enchantment. I don't need another Atraxa. Bitter Triumph. Land, whale. Should I take Picklock? Guess I'll take Atraxa. Okay, they mill. Discard a card, hit this. Discard portal. Alright, let's whale. Bounce Jace, make them discard. And then I'm gonna go Founding into Whale. I'll just take Fabled Passage, dump that stuff. 26 in my yard. Founding. Cast Whale. All the things. Bounce that. Discard a card. So they can Invasion of Tolvada back the Atraxa or whatever now. But it's gonna be tough. Let's take a Squirming Emergence. Okay, and then discard. Discard. Okay. 23 cards in our deck to their 21. We got our Jace back. So I just go Jace minus, Squirming Emergence minus, and that's GG. So they need to have an interactive spell here. Either take it out of my hand, or counter it on the way down, or kill me this turn. I think that's the only way they win. All right. Gonna catch up with you guys. Sorry, I'm missing so much of the chat here. I appreciate the convos. I love hearing the convo. I really do. I want to talk with you guys the whole time, really, and just I want to just watch the games instead of playing them. It's a lot of, yeah. Invoke that he'll just play the next turn. Oh yeah, yeah. Invoke. Oh, Invoke was so stupid. Yeah. You block doesn't block. Yeah, just Russian guy. Stop using Chrome. Use Firefox. Firefox. I block all the ads. No problem. If you needed any more reason to use Firefox, use Firefox. It's way that now Google just, yeah, there's no reason to use Chrome anymore ever. It's already been a bloated shitty browser for a long time, but oof, this is scary. So they've got some stuff. Portal is still pretty silly. I don't need Vaultborn, I don't need Harvester, I don't need Terror Tide. I probably don't need Bitter Triumph. I'll keep like 3. I don't need Archaeologists. And what do I bring in here? Elesh is kind of crazy, right? Elesh just shuts off their Invasion of Tolvada, which is their big reanimation. It shuts off Beza, it shuts off the Traxas. I could try Elesh. I want Duress and Negate, I think, and I like Tidebinder. I like Jace. I think Jace is a great way to kill them, but milling their deck's a little bit scary. I want to play Frillback as well here. There's too many things. Cruelty of Gix, I think, is still good. Maybe I'll cut a portal. One with the multiverse, they could have they have the Get Losts in their deck. How many did I see? 1, 2. Tidebinder's really, really good. So is Frillback. I want to try Frillbacks here. I don't know if Elesh Norn is good. I feel like so much of their removal is just going to kill this thing, right? Cut 1 Bitter Triumph. Cut 1 Whale? Bring in a Tidebinder? I don't know. Hey, what's up? What? Oh. What's up, Bag? Tanib, what's up? Water? Whoa, what is Water Fox? I've never even heard of that. Well, Firefox, you can turn all that off. I can turn off the cookie tracking and all that stuff. Firefox is great. I've been using it for a long time. I switched to Firefox like 2-3 years ago, and I never looked back. It's the browser you should use, especially now. uBlock is, yeah, they killed it. So fuck, just stop using Chrome. Chillin'? I'd love to hear it. 3 stream watch streak. Thank you, buddy. Okay. Maybe I should put Jace on the bottom, to be honest. We'll see. What's Mortuary? Kind of want that, actually. So we get to go Founding into Picklock here. Have to play blue. Oh, 4 lands. Eesh. I mean, 4 permanents in the yard is nice, but I would have liked to pick up a spell there. Mill 4. Okay. Gonna Duress next turn. Should I go Jace here? I'm just gonna... Oh, should I... I'm gonna play Prankster here. I don't know what they could have. I don't know if they're gonna side in negates. I would. So I don't really want to throw Jace into the open mana. They're gonna have to tap out for their enchantment or whatever, right? Their Caretaker's Talent. That's when I'll drop Jace. Whale, I'm definitely not playing because I'm 1 away. I just Fabled Passage, now I've got Whale, you know, do all the things. That's so good for 2 mana. Ah, nice, nice. There's Doomwick smart. Doomwick knows what he's doing. He's gonna take out the things that he knows are my foundation of my deck. Like things like that Founding is so good. Yeah, I should get another black source here, I think. I have Marsh in hand. I could get the white source. Yeah, I'll get the white source, sure. Okay, let's attack. Whale. Oh, I don't need to bounce anything, right? Let's do this. And then end step, I'm going to Picklock. Okay, there's an emergence. Pass. Emergence 11. Ah! Hard whiff again. Let's find a Duress. Tidebinder not bad. Could take Elesh Norn here. Take Elesh Norn. Did they discard something huge? They don't have anything huge. Okay. So next turn I can Norn. Ah, they Duress. They're going to take Squirming Emergence. Good game. They can't beat Elesh Norn. Doomwake, always a class act. Saying hello, saying good game, playing the games well. Even though luck was on my side, I definitely drew very well against him there. The discard was huge and everything. And he's trying a very interesting deck. I love the Reanimator. It's why I'm playing this deck. I think not a lot of people are playing Graveyard Hate right now. And the Graveyard Hate that's out there, I mean, Rest in Peace is really the truth. That is the best Graveyard Hate, but nobody's really playing that outside of the odd blue-white control deck. Most of the white decks aren't even running Rest in Peace. They're playing, yeah, the green decks have Tranquil Frillback. Some black and red decks will play Soul Guide Lantern. Most won't even play that. But also, what's the other one? Kutzel's Flanker is the other one. That one-off Graveyard Hate is not really enough to stop this deck. And I like that he's in the same vein doing the Reanimator thing. I was playing Invasion of Tolvada. I don't think you need it, though. King Case, I know you... Oh, you get out of here, Pain Ostrich. Okay, take care, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Oh, wait. Is King Case leaving? Who's leaving? Oh, King Case is leaving. Take it easy, man. You were mentioning the Invasion of Tolvada. I wanted to try it, but I don't know. I just don't want to play white cards in my main deck except the ones I can reanimate. I think Cruelty of Gix is just better, too. They're both 5 mana. Cruelty I don't have to play white for, and it also Thought Seizes them, kind of, and DT, Demonic Tutors. It's just a better card, right? Tempo deck? I don't even... It's hard to say. There's a bunch out there. Dimir's still a deck, even though it's putting up no results. There's even weird stuff like Blue-Red Otters. Maybe is good enough. I don't think so. There's decks like... Well, I don't know if you call Boros Convoke a tempo deck, but I think like Gruul Aggro is a tempo deck for sure. With Slick Shot and... you know, a bunch of pump effects and hexproof stuff and all that. Not Golgari. Golgari is not a tempo deck. Golgari is a mid-range deck. They're very different. The mid-range deck is basically just casting the most impactful spell it can at every spot along the curve. There's really no synergy between anything. And then now the Golgari deck does have this weird, like, 2-card combo that can kill you, but, you know, any creature to beat you down with is good enough. So play the best creature on 2, play the best creature on 3, play the best creature on 4. So it's You know, Deep Cavern Bat into Glissa or Preacher, you know, one of these crazy 3-drops into Sholdred or whatever. None of them really are, there's no synergy between them. They're just all so good individually. You have to kill all of them. Otherwise, you know, they die. Or Mosswood Dread Knight, you know, a good resilient threat. You know, you've got some grind there, but it's self-contained. It doesn't matter what else you put along with it. It'll be a good card. Could put Caustic Bronco. Some decks still play that. But it's a mid-range deck. So Tempo deck is different. Tempo is trying to protect its cheap. It's playing a bunch of cheap threats and cheap spells, and is just trying to end the game quickly while, you know, chipping you out with like, yeah, spell pierce type effects and like 1 mana, you know, bring back my guy. So blue white Jin is the Tempo deck, actually, is what I would say. Monastery Mentor, Haughty Jin, blue white. That deck is playing all really cheap spells and just trying to play 1 threat and protect it. Play the Jin, protect it, Haughty Jin. Or play Monastery Mentor, protect it, protect the queen. That's like Delver. Delver is a Tempo deck. It plays that protect the queen kind of role, right? Am I going to keep this? I'm going to keep this. We have Harvester is a 2-mana removal spell, plus these 2, we should be okay. The thing is, neither of them find lands, which kind of sucks, but... Dude, crack your Fabled Passage on your turn. Come on, what are we even doing here? Go ahead, now I've done it, do it. No, you're still waiting. Okay. Waiting till my end step. No? Okay. Mid-range, yeah. Yeah, it's a mid-range deck. So Golgari is one of the best mid-range decks. Another mid-range deck is like white-black, Zoraline, grinding. Mid-range decks usually have a lot of grind to them. They're not super fast, but they're just bigger than the aggro decks that they eat the aggro decks, typically, right? Mid-range usually has, you know, creatures and things to affect the board that are cheap enough that aggro can't get around it easily. Control doesn't play enough cheap stuff, so aggro can sometimes steamroll Control or Ramp. Ramp doesn't have a lot of early interaction, right? Okay, let's just jam this. But, so, you know, aggro decks can go under them. Okay, I need lands here, please. But, I'm trying to play this game and also talk. Mid-range decks, yeah, typically go a bit bigger than aggro. The problem is mid-range decks aren't fast enough to go under the control decks the way the aggro decks do. So the mid-range decks end up, let me think here. I'm gonna actually Bitter Triumph my own thing here. I want to get Atraxa in the yard, so I'm gonna kill my guy. And this is one of those things where Magic's awesome. No, I would never normally kill my own creature, but I want to get that Atraxa in the yard. Now I've got 5 permanents. If I mill a bunch of permanents and top deck a green source, I can suddenly slam Atraxa here. Playing against Domain, it looks like. So they'll have an answer for Atraxa, but if it's Leyline, they've got to be a bit careful, right? If I have a way to blow up artifact or enchantments. Yep. Yeah, Domain's another great deck. So then there's your late game decks. Those late game decks like Control and Domain, they end up eating the mid-range decks for lunch because the mid-range decks aren't fast enough to go under them and they're not powerful enough to go over the top of them. These late game decks like mine and, you know, mine's an over-the-top deck, but I'm trying to do it with a combo, right? Brutal draws. Man, that sucks. Could not draw a land here. Milled a bunch of lands, but can't draw one. Yeah, Heaped Harvest is pretty good. Seeing a lot of play in these decks. But yeah, the late game decks go way over the top, right? So mid-range struggles against... like, Domain crushed Black-Green for a long time. Black-Green just could not exist in tier 1 because of Domain. When Domain was like 20% of the metagame, you were nuts if you were playing Golgari. You could still beat up the aggro decks, and, you know, then as the format shifted, and then you saw a rise, a big spike after Murders at Karlov Manor, you saw a big spike in aggro decks. Bant Toxic was suddenly everywhere, and, like, Boros Convoke was really good, and blah, blah, blah. And that's when Domain started to slip a little bit, and suddenly Black-Green got better, because now Domain didn't make up such a large percentage of the metagame, and all these aggro decks were everywhere. Black-Green eats those aggro decks, so, and, you know, and it goes around and around and around. That's typically the flow, but sometimes that flow, or that cycle of in Standard anyway, gets disrupted. When there's a strategy that's so good that you can't... it breaks that kind of symmetry that this rock, paper, scissor thing is happening, right? So, for example, 2 years ago, before the bannings in Standard, when Invoke Despair was legal, and Bankbuster, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker, one of the most powerful cards ever printed that nobody had on their radar. People were like, yeah, it looks okay. Kiki used to be good, right? Is Kiki good anymore? Probably. It's like, dude, the front side is so much value that control decks couldn't really exist. Even though control typically eats mid-range, the control deck couldn't outvalue the mid-range deck. They had better card draw than the control deck did. Fable of the Mirror Breaker was so insane that... should I slam Atraxa here? What should I do? Hold on, let me think. I'm just gonna slam Atraxa, right? Do I have... I have one founding, two foundings. Oh, okay. Two foundings in the yard. Yep. Oh. Which I would like to take founding, now that I think about it. Oh, no, I have a Squirming Emergence? Okay. Let's take that. Okay, get to discard some stuff here. Probably discarding Harvester and Atraxa. Oh, one with the Multiverse. Whoops. I forgot I had that in my hand. Yep, should have discarded that. I could just save this. I don't really need it, but I definitely should have discarded one with the Multiverse. I can still do it off Triumph here. We're not dead, but presume Atraxa is going to die. They're going to Sunfall or whatever. Caretaker, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So when the mid-range cards are so... They draw so many cards and they just put you ahead so far. Like, dealing with a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, if you didn't have a turn 2 make disappear and that thing resolved... Control, you can kill the token, and then you gotta kill, and then you gotta, like, they draw cards off it, then you gotta kill the Kiki. Like, it's just too many cards. Control uses 2 or 3 cards to deal with one Fable, and now you're behind on cards, and you're the control deck. So that cards that powerful break that symmetry, and suddenly mid-range was the best archetype for 2 years. That was crazy. Almost 2 years, right? Until they banned Fable and banned Reckoner Bankbuster is another one. Like, you put a card like that, a colorless card, that's just a card advantage engine that turns into a threat. Well, now, not only does Control want something like that, but mid-range decks do, because it just is crazy, right? It's a threat. It actually is a threat, which is wild. Ah, should have totally discarded the stupid one with the Multiverse. That was dumb. What should I do here? I want a Cruelty of Gix. I think I'm just going to do this first. I guess I'm gonna bounce this. I want to find a land drop here. I need a second black source for Cruelty, and yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Let's see what I see on top. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna take the land. Portal goes to the yard, and then I can Squirming it back. I don't have a black source though. God damn it, the white source. Okay. I can portal back that Squirming back the portal next turn, but it's not doing a ton here. I mean, it's just sitting in play. It's going to eat some stuff, but they're just going to leyline it, right? Same with the one with the Multiverse. They'll just leyline it as soon as I bring it back. Around and around we go. I'm waiting for their big thing here. Attack. Should I Wail again? Bounce up the Beanstalk? Seems silly, right? I could Bitter Triumph, discard one with the Multiverse, Squirming back the one with the Multiverse. And then what? Hope something good is on top? Why don't I just bring back Atraxa here? That seems good too, right? Yeah, let's just do that. Portal's interesting, but Portal doesn't ETB and do anything right now. Let's do Atraxa again. What say you? I shouldn't have played my land if this is what I was going to do. Okay, there's the black source. I guess I'm going to take Cruelty. Jesus. This deck is insane. Kill my Atraxa. Draw some cards. They don't have a Sunfall, I think. Or they would have probably done that. So that's fine. I can bounce that Wail if I want. Let's discard this. Terror Tide. I want to keep one Terror Tide. Maybe it's just Whale. I'm going to keep both Cruelty of Gix. Terror Tide for the Herd Migration. I have 22 cards, so it's time to start winning this game. Maybe I deck them with Jace. They have 34, plus Beanstalk strong them a bunch of cards here. They've got to slam something big. That's not big enough. Draw a card, sure. Okay, I'm probably going to just Cruelty first here. Let's see what's up. I want the info. Show me what you're working with. Archangels for life. Alright. Punch. Why haven't they Archangeled me already? They knew I was going to slam Cruelty, right? Weird. Or they know I have... No, they don't know I have Terror Tide. Urgent Necropsy. Damn. I can block here. They have a temporary lockdown that's useless. Okay, so 30 cards. I can just go Jace, bring back Jace, right? I can DT for Squirming. I think I'm just going to DT for another Squirming here. And then I can... What do they have? Urgent Necropsy, destroy creature. Artifact, creature, enchantment, planeswalker. So they're going to kill my Cruelty before it triggers next turn. Yeah, I think it's just Jace. Leave up the Bitter Triumph. Jace -5. Next turn we Squirming back Jace, and that's GG. Pass. Yeah, they're going to Urgent Necropsy. Let's not let them get any value here. We'll just let them get a 1-for-1. They can't let that thing trigger, right? Not a chance. Urgent Necropsy is interesting, but doesn't excite me. Blowing up enchantments may be relevant now for Domain, but there's got to be better ways to do it, right? Maybe Urgent, maybe it is good enough. I don't even know. I think I'm going to kill this. Well... No, I'm not. I'm going to take it. I want to save this for like a Nissa, right? I don't know. What could they have here to kill me? 12 damage? Double Angel won't do it. Doppelgang or something? They're dead, right? I just bring back Jace. Unless they can exile my graveyard. If they have graveyard hate in the main deck, congratulations. I'll get one of these. Heard they were good. 18 in my library here. Take these two, I think. That's it. Squirmy. Jazzy J. Tishana's Tidebinder? But even if they have a Tidebinder, I'm just Squirming it back again and do the same thing. Okay, pass to you. Yeah, just having one Jace in the deck just lets you crush these late game decks, right? Blue-White Control is interesting. You've really got to set it up, but yeah, Jace coming in, Tidebinder, Elesh Norn, this is the perfect matchup for. Frillback is good. I don't know if I need Frillback. Harvester comes out, Vaultborn I don't need. Portal, maybe interesting. Yeah, Portal's still good, right? Archaeologist can go. I'll cut one Whale. Cut a Bitter Triumph. And maybe squeeze one Frillback in? I don't know. What do people think? Fable and Forge, yeah. Fable and Forge were, yeah. And Meat Hook, right? Meat Hook they banned. Right. Wedding Announcement was another super powerful card that saw a ton of play. The whole time it was legal. It was awesome. Anyway, let's just keep it like this, I think. This looks good. And I'm glad to see it rotate, because that card was just, yeah, like one of the best mid-range cards. All the 3-drops in Standard, they're so powerful. Forge is another one. And Glissa. You look at any of the decks, they're anchored by their 3-drops. They just have these super powerful pushed 3-drops in every archetype. Imidane's Recruiter. The Knight is crazy too. Knight Errant. Wizards actually went on the record and said Knight Errant is on the chopping block. Like, they're watching it very carefully. If Boros or any decks that are abusing that Knight Errant end up doing really well, we might see a ban of that card in Standard. I wouldn't be surprised in a year or whatever. It's going to be around for a while, right? on the draw. This is a little too risky, I think. This is better. I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm gonna put Terror Tide on the bottom. I don't know. That could be a mistake. Let's see if that pans out. Ooh, Founding's beautiful off the top here. I want that. I want that. I don't have anything to Bitter Triumph, so I'm going to set it on 1 here. We're going to mill ourselves next turn and crack Passage. That should put a lot of permanence in the yard, so it gives me the opportunity to top deck a Squirming Emergence here and have like a turn 3 Atraxa maybe or something if I'm lucky enough. I have to mill quite well off this to make that happen, but I've already got 1 Cruelty in hand. The only way I do it is milling, 4 permanents, 5, have a Cruelty and an Atraxa in the top 4, or top 5. I'm going to draw the top card, and then it's going to mill 4. If I mill 4 permanent... No. Everything I said doesn't matter. Okay. Smart. Yeah, target that thing immediately. People know what's up. Okay. Pass. Obviously not going to play Frill back here. Hour and 20 minutes till close. You got this bag. It's in the bag. They're doing ramp things. I would crack Passage as well here and just then F6 or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Bag. What is your most recommended distillate right now? What do you recommend? What flavor? What brand? I'll see if I can find it the next time I go. I trust your opinion. I guess I'm going to get the white source here before I mill it, so I can hardcast stuff later in the game. And I could pop the Harvest right now with the Frill. Oh no, I would have had to fetch green there or play Llanowar Wastes. But I don't care about this. Yeah, let them play this. I want to save this for a Leyline or maybe up the Beanstalk. I'm not sure. They're down to 3 cards. Doing pretty good job of ramping there. But I get to Cruelty of Gix and take whatever's in their hand unless they have a counter spell here. Let's see if they have a D-Stroke sideboarded in. No. Cruelty coming down is huge. Huge. Okay. Hopefully I get to take something good still here. Oh yeah. Reducing them to just a Necropsy. They were going to slam an Atraxa next turn. Nice. Now, and this is why I think Invasion of Tolvada is just worse than this, right? Like right there, I couldn't invasion anything back from my graveyard, but Cruelty, I don't need anything in my graveyard. Cruelty's proactive. It just starts attacking their hand, starts finding me action, then it reanimates. Like that's just so much better. I don't think anything else is going to be... Like, they have to print something better than Cruelty before I look at anything else. Abuelo's Awakening, I've seen stuff like that. It's like, there's too many hoops to make that happen. I'm not a fan of that stuff, but... Banky. Oh, Bankbuster. Bankbuster was broken, and one of the reasons it was broken was because it was in every deck. It was just being colorless and 2 mana meant just every deck played it. It was the same problem with Smuggler's Copter. Even decks that aren't super aggressive for playing Smuggler's Copter because it's just fucking awesome. Neo, chill. I know you hate that banned piece of shit. They unbanned it in Pioneer, Neo. I know. Can you believe it? I think it's safe now. Again, power creeps changed everything, but this is not cool. This is not cool at all. Should I pay 3 life? It kind of seems dumb to pay 3 life. I think I'm not gonna do any of this stuff. Shit, man. Drawing Garbo here. Could Squirming back a Founding of the Third Path? I'm very tempted to do that, actually, but I'm going to pay... once? Yeah. Gain 4? I'm going to go to Chapter 2 here. Mill myself. Hopefully hit something big. There's an Atraxa. That's what I'm talking about. Spell on top. Easy. Go. Okay, so now Founding casts the Squirming Emergence out of my yard. So even a baby squirming like that, now... Oh, it's only X is 4? I need to get some more permanents in the yard. Shit. I might stop on my draw step and discard something with Bitter Triumph, because this triggers on first main phase. So remember, you always have your upkeep to discard. Like right now, if I was tapped out, but I had... Oh, that's a 5-drop actually, right? So yeah, I discard Elesh Norn out of my hand, and then I Squirming Emergence on main, right? So we get to do this. We take a bunch of damage here, which kind of sucks. But I get to Bitter Triumph kill one of these things. So I'm going to do this on draw step. So draw, Bitter Triumph, discard, hit, discard Elesh Norn. That gives us 5 permanents. And then we go to main phase, trigger the Founding, bring back the Elesh Norn, because I'll have exactly X's 5 now. Oh, I could Terror Tide. That might be better. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Shit. Maybe I should just Terror Tide there, right? Because they have that stupid Necropsy. They can just kill this thing. I did not think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. I'm so close to casting that. I can't keep that on top. It's double ETB triggers from Elesh Norn. I can't keep that on top. Okay, that's done. Pass. I've got a 5/5. They're obviously going to Necropsy Elesh Norn here, right? No? Let's see what they do. If you can find it, Little High? Oh, Little High. Most of my products are local. Oh, I see. Ghost. Okay, nice. Ghost and Little High. I'm going to write this down. Hold on. Need to open a notepad file here. Ghost. Oh shit, my turn. Yes, my turn. Great. Ouch. Ouch. Should I attack? No. No, I'm not going to do it. And Little High. All right. Nice. Thank you for the recommendation. Nice. Oh, so... Oh, that does nothing. They can gain some life off it, though. Elesh.
You thought you could have ETBs when Elesh is around? No, you may not.
Oh. You know what's better than drawing infinite? Drawing infinite times 2. Got him. Got him. Double infinite, bro. It's still ridiculous. It's ridiculous now. Just stop it. You're killing him. Somebody put a stop to this. I'm going to take this. I don't need Tidebinder with Elesh Norn in play, right? Do I just take another Atraxa? I'd probably just take another Atraxa here. Sure. Oh, right. I get 2. Spoiled here. This is crazy. I'm just going to take Squirming Emergence. Deal. All right. I may need to discard on end step. You can gain 3 life. Actually, that will get a land, though, right? Yeah, the sack effect will get a land there. Black? A Bitter Triumph, so we pass. I can ditch at least 1 Atraxa. Probably Underground River as well here. Yeah, let's ditch those 2. Get lost. Ah, okay. You did something. You did something. Those 2. Jace and Squirming is just GG, I think. They have 36. But let's see. Necropsy's nasty. That is a gross one, but I just resolved double Atraxa. I don't think... How could they win now? Little High's out of California. Okay, so but I'm in Canada. That's the thing. I don't even know. I mean, it's legal up here, the whole country. We don't have to worry about... But, like, yeah, we probably don't bring anything in from the States, I imagine. I don't even know. Wail on you. I'm gonna wail on you. Here we go. I mean, I don't need any of this. So let's go Squirm. Let's bring back one with the multiverse. I'm just giving them targets, right? I'm just gonna Jace. If I bring one with the multiverse, then cast Jace, and then they're just gonna shoot two things. You have counter magic. Now you have counters? No. There's no moment that they can kill Jace before I get to do this. So Necropsy still just has one target here. Yeah. Jace just such a silver bullet. It's insane just having it with Squirming Emergence. Yeah, that's GG. Are we mythic yet? Are we mythic yet? No. One more match maybe? Two? Oof, I don't know if I can play much longer here. Two more matches and I should get there. I just want to get out of goddamn whatever I'm in. Diamond. Double Jace, yeah. I'm going to disagree with your point on Banky for standard. On Bankbuster, really? Banned prior. It was banned prior to rotation extension. Yeah, it's true. It was banned prior to rotation extension, yeah. But why would that... So you don't think it should have been banned, or what? I don't know what you mean. Well, do you think they banned it for a different reason than what I said? Is that what you mean? Hibiscus is drawn out because it's not like it's ever losing a nil. Red? Green has conditional draw, but it's repeatable. Yeah. Yeah, it gave draw not just to the colors, but the archetypes that normally wouldn't have it. So yeah, mid-range decks, instead of mid-range losing to control, mid-range would beat control. Aggro already beats control. Aggro wasn't playing Reckoner Bankbuster. Mid-range was. No, aggro didn't exist. That was another thing that happened. Mid-range was so good at killing aggro, it normally would be kept in check by control. But because there was no control, because mid-range card advantage was so good, because of Bankbuster and Fable and Invoke and this kind of shit, that aggro couldn't exist. Aggro was non-existent in standard for like almost 3 years. Like it only started seeing a lot of play right in the last year out of the 3-year rotation, because eventually enough tools got printed, stuff got banned out of the format, and Domain was one of the best decks, and it was good against Domain. So suddenly aggro shot up. That was the first time aggro was relevant in the last 3 years, something like that. I think I'm gonna keep it here. And it's sucks because it wasn't because aggro was missing some pieces. It didn't have enough good 2-drops and like that kind of stuff, but also mid-range was just insane. Mid-range was busted. Okay, I'm gonna keep that on top actually. And so remember the triangle here, right? The rock paper scissors. If rock, beating scissors, if aggro is scissors and mid-range is rock, control is paper, right? But if the rock doesn't lose to paper, then scissors can never survive, and paper just keeps struggling against these powerful mid-range cards, right? And losing until they banned them, until they banned a bunch of them. And then finally you started seeing slower decks, ramp decks started showing up, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go Picklock here. Playing against the rabbit deck. Oof, take this, baby. Already ticking up. Let's tick up those permanents. So I'm going to mill 4 here. And then I'm going to play a land, mill another one. I could even cast Founding, mill another 4, and just have absolute batshit stuff. But I'm probably going to Bitter Triumph the portal away just to get it in the yard, because I'd like to bring that portal back and wipe their board here. I think this might be the Boros deck. Oh, this is the Boros deck, almost certainly. They're just missing red. They're going to play the Enchantment, the Caretaker's Talent, as well as Foundry. Foundry's a problem, because I don't have any way to interact with that in the main deck. That is a good one. Yep, there's the red. I just spilled water on myself. I'm 43 years old. I need a bib. I mill myself. I drew a land here, so I can even slam Squirming right now. Like, I've got a Cruelty in the yard. If I mill 4 and one of them's an Insane Bomb, like a Traxa. Oh, hi, Mark. So now I just get a Traxa on turn 3. Welcome to Standard, baby. Welcome to Standard. Oops. Bet you wish you were playing blue now, huh? Huh? They can get Lost My Atraxa, but the damage is gonna be done. Skadoosh. Could even put that other 5/4 into play, but who the fuck wants the -2/2 when you could draw 7 cards and discard a bunch of stuff and then do it again next turn? Easy. Turn 3 Atraxa. How's that? Play a Forge. See what happens. I'll take all that. Of course, taking all the cards I can, because unlike other decks, I want to discard to hand size here, right? So now I get to put Cruelty, Portal, and one with the Multiverse into the yard. And what else am I gonna put? Maybe a land? Maybe Terror Tide, actually. Terror Tide's not amazing here. Maybe I didn't even need to take Terror Tide, because it's not a permanent in the yard. I don't need it in the yard. Okay, Portal and 1 for sure. I should probably ditch Atraxa, right? Yeah, let's just ditch another Atraxa here. Okay. Jesus, our graveyard is stacked now. I just need to find another Squirming, and this is going to be lights out. If I get to put a Portal into play, or a one with the Multiverse, it's going to be almost impossible for my opponent to win. Yeah, you're eating cake over there. I'm living large. I've got Atraxa smashing. Uh-oh. Should I Cruelty again here? I mean, I could do another Cruelty. I could just play that Harvester out of the yard, for example. I should just look at their hand, but the only thing I could potentially take is an Elspeth. They only play 2 Elspeth. Everything else, I can't hit. It's the nice thing about playing that control deck. They're not playing any creatures. Maybe a Beza? Which sucks. Like, I don't give a shit. Oh, right. Founding. Oh, I can just do it again. I forgot about that. Squirming. Should I put Cruelty in? Kind of like Cruelty for free here. Let's do that. Right, I forgot I had the other things still going. Let's start on 1. Let's see what we're working with over there. Oh, they have an Elspeth. Nice. One of the 2 in their deck. Beauty. I think I'm going to go Fabled Passage here before I mill my Plains. I might have already done it. I didn't look. I haven't milled Plains yet. Good. Okay, let's yoink that. Punch you in the face. Go. Dear Lord. Getting full value off those Squirmings. One's still in my yard. Nice. They banned it for the reason you said. Oh, you're saying it shouldn't have been banned. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, aggro just didn't exist back then, right? Yeah, mid-range was kind of like the new aggro, but it was like these mid-range decks. But yeah, they played like Blood Tithe Harvester, but what are we doing? Oh, I'm tutoring up a card, right. I'll just take one of those. Seems good. So, I'm gonna go punch you in the face with Atraxa again. They've got a Temp Lockdown and 2 Lightning Helixes. They literally can't do anything to me right now. Scoop it up. They want to see it. They want to see me do it. All right, you want me to keep punching you in the face? I will. I will. Shouldn't have played my land, probably. I could have played a land off the top there, but also should have tapped white. The auto tapper is absolutely brain dead. Are we scooping yet? Thank you. Game 2. Turn 3 Atraxa. Does it every time. Not many decks in Standard can do that. I think this is the only one. There are other Reanimator decks, but they're not turn 3 like that. And it's not that unheard of. It's the nut draw, but it's if they don't have interaction, like they don't have a counter spell or a discard spell to take my Squirming or whatever, it's just like turn 3 Atraxa. Like some Lightning Helix not gonna cut the mustard there. I'm gonna bring in Frill back. It's the best card in our deck against them, I think. Terror Tide. I think I want Duress. I think Jace is good here too. God. Harvester. I've got too much stuff to cut here. I want to bring in more Jaces. I think I could just deck them with Jace easily. They're drawing so many cards in that deck off that talent. I feel like it's just I want to kill them. Cruelty is not amazing here, I think. Even though it lets me turbo into an Atraxa or whatever, I still think they have too few targets for it, so it's really just a 5-mana like reanimation spell. Could cut that. Portal also not amazing here because they don't have anything to bring back. So I could shave like one of each of these, for example. Maybe that's good. Bitter Triumph's another one that's probably not very good here. The only thing I need this for is to really discard my own stuff. But if I'm shaving a bunch of this top-end stuff, I can probably shave a Bitter Triumph as well. And what do I want to bring in? Do I want to change like a negate? Negate's probably pretty good here. Yeah, negate's got to be insane, actually. Fuck. So I'm going to cut one more thing. They can't get a portal off the battlefield? Oh, they're playing Lauren, right? They're playing Get Lost as well. I'm going to ditch the portal here. Let's try no portals. I don't know. Hey, Mike, what's up? It was good times. It might have been the best meta in a decade. What are we talking about? Which days? Mid-range, yeah. You could have just won, yeah. When was this? You mean in Standard back then? When all that stuff was legal? Like Fable and all that? Bankbuster? Yeah. Yeah, everybody likes different metas. Oh, for sure. I don't think that any of the metas recently are good enough for me, but I've been playing competitive for a long time, so I think some of the best metas were around Return to Ravnica era. That was really crazy. There was crazy shit. I mean, I was playing an insane standard deck at one point when Cobblade was legal and Splinter Twin. For about 2 months, those decks were legal in standard, both of them. And there was somebody trying to mash them together. So it was a Jeskai deck. You were playing Preordained Ponder, Stoneforge Mystic into Batterskull, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and like Mana... Or no, was Mana Leak legal? I don't think Mana Leak was legal anymore then, or hadn't become legal yet. It was ridiculous. You had the Splinter Twin combo jammed in there, which was crazy. Oh my god, I drew too many Atraxas here. So it was like this Stoneforge deck with Splinter Twin just randomly jammed in, and you were playing Jeskai. It was awesome. It was ridiculous. And then that only lasted because there was this weird overlap, and then rotation happened, and a bunch of them like left, rotated out, Splinter Twin and all that stuff. The founding's not amazing here. I don't know if I want to lead with that here. I don't have anything to pay me off for, you know, I can play it now and not do anything, then I mill myself for 4, and then what? I have to top deck something? Even if I mill stuff, if I had a Squirming in hand, I could go for it, right? Wait, do I give a shit? No, I don't care about that. I want to negate the 3-drop. 3-drop much better. Let me catch up. People incorporating Lumra, yeah, into the Squirming deck. No, I think Lumra is good in other decks. I think if you're doing the Vine Lasher stuff, then it's very good, that kind of thing. But in this deck, I don't think so. You know what? I don't know, Mike. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should try a Lumra. I've got to read that card again. I'll go look at it. Am I just gonna jam Jace here? I feel like I should leave up negate for that 3-drop. They didn't have an untapped 3rd mana, which is why they didn't cast it. They're gonna go for the Forge here or the Caretaker thing. Forge or Talent? What's it gonna be? I'm countering either one. Fuck. Sure. I'll take more damage. Am I gonna Founding now? I don't think I am. Okay, let's pass. Yeah, Lumra. So let me read it again. Thank you. So it's Vigilance 6-drop. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. That is powerful. The only issue, normally, no, that's not true, though. And if I'm putting all the lands, yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, you know what? I would like to try it, Mike. I don't know. I've not tried it, so I can't say anything. At first, I thought, no, that doesn't really, like, putting all the lands, who needs lands when you're just cheating things in for free or whatever, right? But, yeah, I didn't think about that. I should give that a try. That could be very good. Yeah, it never occurred to me. Let's play Jace here. Let's see what happens. Should I mill myself? Draw? I don't want to shrink this, see what they do. They're probably just going to get lost Jace, but fine. I'm just trying to waste time till I can cast Atraxa here. I'm 6 land up here. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that, Mike. I should try that. Because I'm looking for... Like, right now we've got the... What is it called? Vaultborn Tyrant in that slot. But I was asking, like, what are the other big things I could play here? Titan of Industry rotated. I have like a Bonnie Paul in my sideboard that I don't love. We don't have any big like, I don't know, like what. You know what I should put in the sideboard? Jin-Gitaxias. Is that still legal? I don't even know. Is Jin-Gitaxias in standard? It is. Seven mana Jin that like auto cancels their first non-creature spell or what is it? No, instant sorcery or artifact or something, right? God damn it, this is not good. I'm gonna mill myself. I could mill myself like for 5 here. So minus 15 and just mill 15 cards. I think I'm gonna do that. Because if I hit a Squirming Emergence and anything huge, I can Founding, right? Yeah. So now I can go Founding into Squirming, Squirming into Atraxa. Okay, so here we go. Yikes. I don't even know if this is good enough, but it's the best I can do. Cruelty's not bad, but we need to Atraxa here. Jace gets her done. Okay. Ooh, one with the multiverse is good. Now we get to draw a bunch of cards. Jace again, and another Squirming. That's huge. Okay, discard some cards. Atraxa. One with the multiverse. Okay. Oh, I should have left one of them in my hand, I guess, but we're gonna deck my opponent maybe here. Let's see. They need to get lost. What the fuck? Oh, is this Bonehorde? Bonehorde's flipping 2 cards. Right. Okay. I haven't seen this guy in play very often, but can you beat Atraxa? I guess you could go Archangel +2 on Bonehorde. Ah, there it is. What? Shiznat! Hello, buddy. How you doing, man? Yeah, this is the... No. This is the Boros token deck. This is a very good deck. Thank you for the sub, buddy. 5-month streak. Shiznat, you're a legend. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. How's the pupper? How's the new pup? Nightling, what's up? Your big cards are in your hand or graveyard, right? What CMC are we replacing? Big thing. If I play that, a non-bow. I mean, it removes permanence. That's a very good point, Nightling Wolf. That's a good point. But I think at that stage of the game, and if you ramp into it, remember we can hard cast all of our big stuff. So what's the difference if I reanimate versus? Okay, we die. Sure. Reanimate versus versus just hard cast it the turn after because we're gonna have so many lands, right? It's kind of the same thing. So anyway, I'm playing Bonnie Paul here in the sideboard. I should see if Jin-Gitaxias is legal, because that's a great sideboard. Like, this is good against aggro, because it gains you life, and then if they kill it, it comes back and gains you life. Like, against black-green, it's great. Against anybody that can't exile it. All the aggro decks. But, it's not amazing. Like, it still suffers from some same issues as Atraxa. Sometimes, like, at least they can't just Doomblade it and kill you the way they do with this. But... you know, so I had this in here, but I haven't been crazy about it. I could try a Lumra in that slot. There's an argument for also playing a little bit more top end here, but the way I see it, Jace is a top end card. This is another 7 mana card. Might as well put it up here. I mean, it doesn't cost 7, but this is a finisher. You don't need to have 8 finishers in your deck like that cost 7 mana when you have Jace. So I've cut a couple. Like, I'm only playing one with the multiverse, 2 portal. 2 portal I think is pretty standard, but usually you're seeing like 8 or 9 big things in these kind of decks. And I'm skimping a little bit on that for more enabling, more consistency. I think it's working. I think it's better this way, but I do want to try another big threat. I have not been happy with Vaultborn, so I'd like to try Lumra after this maybe. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm doing good. Got a bit of an anxiety issue. Oh no. Yep. That Neo did that once, Shiznat. Neo did that to us one time and never did it again. And we're like, no, Neo, no, come on, bad, don't do that. And he never did it again. But that was one of the reasons I was like, this dog is smart. Like, he learns immediately. Like, if I say do something or don't do something, he even knows the tone of my voice. Like, if I say something, Neo, no, don't do that, like in a certain tone, he cringes. Like, his eyes go like this and his ears go back. And then he, you know, eventually I'm like, okay, come on, I'm sorry I yelled at you or whatever. And he's like, he's super affectionate after that. He's like so glad that I'm not really angry at him. I don't know. It's hilarious. But dogs are so funny. Like the way they communicate, it's like they're speaking a language to you, right? They are with their body language. Okay, I'm gonna get another black source. Oh, with Frill back in my hand, I should get green, right? The double black for cruelty. I've got Frill back. I'm gonna get another green here. Okay. Anyway, let me catch up with you guys. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna try it, Mike. And you know what? Nightling might be right. Like that, I've tried other stuff, and you've got to really be careful about cutting permanents for non-permanents in this deck. Like I really wanted to squeeze in more Wail of the Forgotten, and I think most lists were playing 2, and I was on 3 and 4. I tried 4 and I cut it back to 3. I think 4 was a little bit too much. Like I wasn't hitting permanents enough, you know? It was weird, but picking up a duress there, nice. 4 permanents in the yard. Okay, we're gonna mill another 4. Hopefully we find a Squirming Emergence and have a quick, huge thing that they can't deal with. Jace is dece. Mill myself. Okay. I could just jam Jace here and draw. I kind of like that. I'm gonna jam Jace. I could duress, but they could just Lightning Helix Jace. But just getting the mill here is huge. And drawing a card. Okay. Still no Squirmings. Ah, that sucks. Okay, I'm going to stop on upkeep. No, that doesn't change anything. Shit. Oh, they're going to kill it. Okay. Never mind. I didn't have anything really to do with that anyway, but okay. Okay, so Jace lives. I was kind of surprised to see Jace live there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go duress first. I'm not gonna play Swamp here, I think. Nothing but lands and a Serra Paragon. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And then pass. Next turn I've got untapped mana. The reason I'm doing tap land here and paying a life instead of swamp pay duress, I won't be able to use all my mana if I play the untapped land. And I have 5th mana untapped now for Cruelty of Gix off the top, if I find something like that. Which, you know, is pretty good here. Slam and take their Paragon, right? So I think playing your land in the right order is another really tricky part. Like, you don't want too many tap lands. It's very tempting to put a bunch of those Surveil lands in here. They mill you, and isn't that what you're doing? And oh, it fits with what you're doing. No, it's too many... too many... Oh, man, I really want to mill with Jace and draw here. Just lose Jace. I don't give a shit about Jace. But I'm going to try and keep them alive, I guess. If they don't have an answer to it, I mean, they don't. Lands and Paragon here. I'm good. Do you think they're going to draw us a card? That would be wild. They might activate Lauren. Normally, you never want to activate Lauren if you have more cards than your opponent. Don't give the person with less cards more action. You should have more action, but they have nothing here. So they might actually let us draw. We'll see. Demo field my wastes. Okay. I can get another swamp. Putting permanents in my yard? Thank you. It's too kind. Passage does a thing. They get a white source. So it's going to be Paragon, bring back Demo Field a bunch, maybe. That's kind of annoying, but I've got a Bitter Triumph for that. I can discard the one with the multiverse. They are drawing me cards. That is very scary. Hey, there it is, Squirming Emergence. So now they're done. They're dead. Not dead, but I can go Bitter Triumph Lauren, discard one with the multiverse, bring one with the multiverse back. They don't have an answer to one with the multiverse. They have 2 unknown cards. I think I should still go for it here. So let's go Bitter... Oh, I only have 1 black source. No, I can't. I should have fetched... I didn't think about the black source. I can't do it this turn. Shit. It doesn't matter. They don't have duress. They can't take it out of my hand. We can just do it next turn, right? Let's just end the turn. Yeah, do your thing. This is fine. They go for Paragon. We pop it. They're going to play Demo Field out of the yard. Don't give a shit. They can put more permanents in my graveyard. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I want to try Lumbra. That's where I'm a master pilot. A Serra Paragon, yeah. Serra Paragon, very good in that deck. I play it in my sideboard as well, but... How many Fountain Port? 4. Yeah, 4. No, and that's why we're playing a deck like this. They're playing, I think they might have Rest in Peace, actually. They might actually have Rest in Peace. Oh, so anyway, that's why I bring in Frill back. But the nice thing about this deck, the other thing I enjoy about this specific deck is you can hard cast all of your big stuff. And I think that's very important. There's a lot of Reanimator decks that play cards. Back in the day when I was playing Legacy Reanimator, we would reanimate like Iona and have absolutely no way. Or Blazing Archon that costs like 4 white. You Zoomers have no idea what I'm even talking about right now. That was Reanimator back in the day. Now it's like, it's still, it's the, all these years later, it's the most busted deck in Legacy. It's hilarious. Okay, so let's discard a card here. I guess I pop Lauren. Maybe they even let us draw another card here. Yeah. Okay. If I draw a huge thing like Atraxa or something and I just get to cast it for free off the one with the multiverse, there's no coming back from that. Do it.
Yes, think about what you could draw, yes. Yes, give in to the dark side.
Think about all the options you, yeah, they shouldn't be doing this, but right before my turn, they're gonna let me have another card. Appreciate that. But let's see what we can do with it. Not the greatest. Okay, so let's not activate Jace just yet. Another black source. No need to play a land either, so let's go one with the multiverse, see what's on top. Might play a land off the top. Oh, Kutzil's Flanker. They could have something like that. That would be a good play here. I don't know if they play that. I don't think they do. Might have one. We're going to find out right now, I think. Have Kutzil's Flanker or not? If you don't, you probably lose the game. You need to have your sideboard card in your hand right now. You have exactly enough mana to play it. Uh-oh. Terror Tide on the top. No need to do that. So let's mill with Jace. Because I don't want to draw. I don't want Terror Tide on top. Another Jace. There's an Atraxa. Come on. Oh, we draw 3. Oh, mama. Okay, well, now I can just... Okay, hold up. Let's go Squirm. I'm going to hardcast this. Atraxa. Atraxa puts my hand back to full, and I still can cast something for free here. Nasty. Nasty. Okay, I can play another Atraxa, I guess. I can play... I'm just going to maybe play another Jace. These lands kind of suck. I'm not going to take a land here. Jazzy J? We're at 45. Oh, I have Cruelty. Oh, I have Cruelty on top. Oh, well then I'll play that for free. That's better. I just look at the top of my deck. I'm like, wait, what? Oh. I'm like, what's the best play here? I was about to go over to my graveyard and go, oh, I could do something, but there's not much. Like, you know, I don't want to reanimate a Jace yet. Yeah, Cruelty, take your Paragon. Great. That's why this card is better than Invasion of Tolvada. Oh, they have 2. Not bad. Touché. I'll attack for 1. Go. Yep. You get to mow down. That was a turn. Gix. Yeah, you saw it, Spartan. I'm looking at my hand. There's so many cards. And then I went over to my graveyard and I went and saw Cruelty Gix. I'm just like, oh shit. Did not see that one on top. Now they still have Paragon here, so they can play Paragon, untap land, cast Carrot Cake. Oh, they don't even have why don't they play untap land? They have something better to do? Maybe they have Sunfall. They do play 4 Sunfall. Yeah, it's got to be a sweeper here. Last card is... Show me Sunfall one time! That's it? That's all you got? You can do better than that. Sure. I would say the damage is done. Hey! Good night. Have what, Mike? What could they have? Even Sunfall, it's not... like, I mean, they don't have it. They might side it out. They probably will, right? But love our game against the aggro... Like, okay, so we could have been... Let's say they had Kutzil's Flanker, right? They exile my graveyard, Swarming fizzles, goes to the yard. I minus Jace, I mill 3 again, draw another card. We're immediately filling the graveyard again. Plus I still have Prankster, they've got nothing on the board. They had nothing in, well, they had some pretty bad draws this game, right? They got really flooded. I don't know if they kept a 5-land hand or something, but against my deck, I don't know what red-white can really do. They should just mulligan until they find a rip or a Kutzil's flanker. Like, you have to find that graveyard hate. That's how game 1 we had turn 3 Atraxa on them, you know? They should have definitely been siding in as much graveyard hate and then mulliganing aggressively to find it against a combo deck like mine, right? Anyway, we end up doing the thing. Let's get one more here. I want to get Mythic already. I would rather run Soul Guides. Yeah, sure. Soul Guide. Oh, wait. Lumra. Almost forgot. Soul Guide's another good one. Yeah, I think that they're always going to have a card like... Watch. Foundations. In Foundations, they're going to print an artifact like that. Maybe it's a reprint of, yeah, whatever. Soul Guide Lantern or some kind of Tormod's Crypt type thing. You know what I mean? I bet you they put something, because that always should be around. It doesn't have to be as good as like Unlicensed Hearse. That was a bit ridiculous. Unlicensed Hearse is, you know, graveyard hate that also just kills them later. Like, that's what made Bankbuster so stupid as well. Ooh, exactly one Lumra. It's a sign. Hmm. 6 is kind of, yeah, I mean, it's less than 7. There's going to be times when I can bring this back when I can't bring back a 7-drop. Mill 4. Turn all. Yeah, I kind of like it. I love that it mill 4s on ETB. That is very good. I'm going to try that. Do I have 2? Oh, I have 2. What should I cut? Harvester's been okay. I like the 1 of Harvester. It's a nice little, like, Wrath that I can, you know, bring back with Squirming. I can Squirming into a Wrath. 2 Portal feels right. I don't want to shave a Portal. I want to play another 1 with the Multiverse. This is ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe I cut Vaultborn here. Or put Vaultborn in the board. Instead of Bonnie Paul. Do something like that. Let's try it. I want to try Lumra here. Let's see how good this is. The nice thing about this deck, it does have a lot of velocity. It doesn't have as much velocity as it used to with Otherworldly Gaze. That card was awesome, but we lost it. So now it's got velocity, meaning like it churns through its deck. It churns through itself very quickly because you're doing so much self-milling, right? So I'm looking like cards going into my graveyard are almost like going into my hand when I have Squirming Emergence. I just get to play one of them as soon as I have it and enough other permanents in the yard. It's like I'm making mana or something with all the cards. Like, they're doing something, right? So it feels like the deck has a ton of velocity, just self-milling really hard. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. If I don't draw a land by turn 3, I'm probably going to... Well, by turn 2 here, I'm gonna Whale for a land. And when... Yeah, you gotta... Oh, fuck. So they should take Whale here. Let's see what they do. They might take Cruelty of Gix. They should take Whale. They should go, oh, he only has 2 lands? Yeah. Damn it. Okay. They don't know I drew a land. That's good. That was the correct take from my opponent. They know. But Duress in the main deck... What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't pre-board. Don't pre-board against whatever you imagine. The Boogeyman. Oh! In this deck, you're playing Duress? Oh, that changes everything. I did not know that. Okay, it's a combo deck. Main deck Haywire Might. It's so funny. I was just talking about with Ham on the podcast. Hamhawks 42 on Team Magic Jank. We do a podcast together with Favretto and other teammates. And Ham was talking about playing this deck. He loves this Roots deck. This is the Insidious Roots deck, right? I still think I'm going to Prankster here over Bitter Triumph. Ooh, they don't Surveil to the yard. Okay, that's interesting. And he said, we were talking, I said, temporary lockdown's really rough. And he's like, yeah, I have to side in a bunch of Haywire Mites. And I said, you know what? If I was playing that deck, I would just main deck Haywire Mite at this point. And he's like, yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's like, should be like a 1 or 2 of. And I thought, yeah, that's interesting that it's a narrow card, but not like Duress. This is a much better card, especially right now with all the talents seeing play. I think that's a great choice there. What am I going to do here? That guy has Menace. I'm just going to pass. We're going to try and Turbo Mill with Picklock and see if we can do something, make something happen here. I can Bitter Triumph away the Portal if I want to reanimate the Portal at some point. Cruelty can't bring back Portal. That is the advantage of playing Invasion of Tolvada. It can bring back those kind of things, but... Do I give a shit about this? I guess I'll kill this now, right? Actually, I should kill the stupid dog, shouldn't I? It's the thing enabling everything they're doing, but I don't know. Okay. They can look at my hand. They get to surveil. Yeah, that dog is one of the key pieces of the deck. I really should have killed it already. If they find Insidious Roots, I could be in trouble. Land was a really nice draw there. I can't double spell, though. I'm going to go Picklock. And I'm going to Bitter Triumph that dog, I think. If they play another creature, I'll do it. No. I think I want to kill that goddamn dog. I'm going to pay 3 life. Okay, take 1. They probably have another one, right? Paper Passage. Yep. All this Banky 8. That wins by turn 6 is aggro? If the fastest... Oh, I see what you mean. In like the game. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, so he brings back whatever, the dog, I guess. They don't have Insidious Roots. Ooh, Rubble Belt in the yard. Nice hit. That's like them drawing a card. Oh, they go Bat here. I'm going to let this resolve. They're not going to take Picklock, right? Oh, greedy. If I find... Well, I guess I don't have anything... Yeah, because I can't bring back that, but... If I find a land... Oh, the tap land. I was going to say, I might be able to slam Cruelty, take their best thing, you know, DT up something crazy. Osteomancer. Uh-oh. Pretty good. Now they can start casting 1-drops. They have no roots, though. They need a roots. If they have a roots here, I'm in deep shit. I don't have any exile sweepers the way white does, so I don't have Temp Lockdown or Sunfall to sweep all this away. That's what you need to just wreck this deck, but yeah, this is probably not a good match for my Reanimator deck. It's just a race. 2 ships passing in the night. They're going to do their thing. I'm going to try and do mine. If I do mine faster, they probably lose. They're not going to be able to beat, you know, turn 3 Atraxa or whatever. Damn. So what am I going to do here? Do I start on 5? Like, do I start on the chapter 1? I'm gonna DT? I don't know, maybe I should have DT'd. They'll just Haywire Might this, right? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I should have DT'd because their creatures don't matter. They just reanimate them, right? Yeah. We force them to do this. That's fine. I should have Demonic Tutor, just gone to chapter 2 and found like a... Founding? Maybe a Founding would have been good. Yeah, I would have taken like a Founding there. Oops, my bad. That was a mistake I just made. Hopefully it doesn't lose us the game. I threw away my Cruelty for nothing there. That feels kind of bad. But I can Squirming it back if I put any other permanent in the yard, which is nice. Oh boy. Oh, there's a Roots. Now I'm in deep shit. Okay. They can't tap to make mana yet because they don't have a token. They don't have the Roots in play. So can they can't cast this turn. Okay. I'm going to attack... Oh, they can plus Tivar. Right. Wow, the Harvester off the top. I'm going to attack Tivar first. Wow, was that a good draw? I mean, I could have drawn any of my Terror Tides as well, but that's pretty damn good. Yes, I'm not casting the... Okay, I'm not casting the backside. Good. Or the discard half or whatever. Oof. I don't want to say oops. It seems like I'm being a douchebag, but I want to say, like, I'm very lucky. I get it. I'm lucky. Whew. That was very close. They can still win. Yeah, Roots is that good. But they can't minus Tivar. That's the key thing here. If Tivar was still at 2 and they could just minus, they could immediately start this chain all over again, maybe. Actually, no, because they wouldn't have haste. They would probably need another Tivar. Nice. That has haste. Wow, they're very close to going off here. Hey, Costel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
Hey, Costel. Welcome to the squadron. You're a legend.
This is close. Look at this. They can, you know, if they had an untapped land here, can they tap it for mana? Yeah, they can tap that food for mana. Holy shit. So they should go Haywire Might, trigger, make a mana, and then Rubble Belt. One of those Rubble Belts. Oh, I guess yeah, they can cast both. Are they not gonna do it? Can't they go off? It's not creature token. Oh, creature token. Oh, my bad. I thought it was just tokens. I literally just read it and skipped over the creature. Okay. Emerge Squirming. So I know they don't have anything in their hand here. I get to kill Tivar. What am I going to bring back here? Portal? I'm going to see what I mill, right? So let's go mill first. God damn it. Really? That's it? Okay, well I can portal here, which is nice. Let's swing. Attacks. Kill Tivar. I guess I get to hit them in the face. I'm going to go portal still here, right? I think that's probably correct. That one. Okay. That should do it. I don't know. That deck is very powerful. They have a Roots in play. I have to respect that. If they draw another Tivar, they could go off here easily. Ooh. Oh, that's a Tivar. Okay, so if they have an untapped land, I could be in trouble. Oh my god, and they have the last card off the top. Untapped land. Wow. Okay, so they can go off next turn. Crazy. So I've got to go Deep Cavern, take that Tivar here. Wow, and that made a Roots, right? Okay. Okay, gotta keep them off Tivar here. Ooh. So I can go Squirming Emergence again into Cruelty. Cruelty tutor up something. No, I'm gonna go Founding. Go straight to Chapter 3 here. I've got to get that Roots off the battlefield. So I get to go Chapter 3, Whale. Cast all the modes. Bounce. Discard. I dig. That's better. We deal with Roots. We deal with Tivar. They scoop. Nice. That was sweet. That was sweet. We played that. I made one mistake earlier in the game with Cruelty. That was bad, but at the end there we played that perfectly. And they had their deck is scary as shit. Like if they get that Tivar back, they had the land, which was pretty lucky. They drew well as well. They milled the Tivar. They got the Tivar back. They were just always one mana short of like just winning the game. For those of you who have not seen that deck do its thing, I literally think my opponent on multiple turns, if they just had one more mana, they would have probably beat me. And it's like other decks I play. I'll be like, oh, if we just had one more, mana here, I think I win this. That was them last game. They were very close to going off. We had to eat that card out of their hand. We had to get rid of the Roots. As soon as we did that, that was it. They knew it was just over. But even one of those things in play lets them still maybe just snowball and win the game out of nowhere. It's scary. I bring in Frill back. I'm going to attack their graveyard. They're going to do the same to me, I imagine. Malicious Eclipse is pretty nice. Exiling everything 2 or less. I guess I should play Terratide. Jace, probably not great here. Lumra. Portal is still good. Cruelty is not great here. I'm actually going to take Cruelty out. Harvester is amazing there. That literally won us the game when I drew that. I think I want Terratide. So I'm going to take out Flaggy Archaeologists. Whale. Whale is not great either. Okay, I'm going to go 1 Archaeologist here. Whale is not great because I'm not bouncing. Like, these little cheap creatures, there's no point. Like, and nothing that I could bounce does anything. They just can immediately replay it, like, for no mana and just do it again next turn, right? I was lucky to catch them with no cards in hand and make them discard that Roots on the end there, but they were just, like, that was the end of the game. They were out of gas. Yay. I don't know if I can keep this. I don't think I can keep this. 3 lands, 4 spells, like, but no, it doesn't matter, the land spell ratio here. I can't keep this. I need just 1 mill card. 1, and I could keep this easily. I'm going to mulligan that. I have to keep this now. Okay. This is better, I think. Black is what I need earlier. Oh, okay. Should I Fabled immediately to get a permanent in the yard? I think I will. I'm going to do it immediately. There's no point. It's so weird. Fabled, normally you would save till turn 4, especially when you have 3 other lands already. But I just want to get permanents in my graveyard ASAP. I don't know what I might draw here, right? If I draw Fairy into Founding the Third Path on turn 3, then suddenly having that extra permanent might mean the difference between me squirming for 7 or squirming for 6. It's like a huge difference, right? So just cracking the Fable immediately, I think is actually just better on turn 1 when I know I'm not going to spend the mana. There's the Fairy, just like I said. Okay. It doesn't matter that they took Squirming Emergence, because Founding the Third Path, I can just cast it out of my graveyard, right? So, nice. Okay. Lots of permanents, I like that. And another Fairy. Very nice. Okay. I need a way. I need a Squirming here. So I might find a Squirming off the next Fairy. We'll see. They don't have anything going on. They're not going to be able to go off this turn unless, God, they must have a Miracle Hand. But this is fine. They can only take Terror Tide here, so whatever. I'm over it. 2 cards left. Yeah, the deck is full of just bad cards, right? They all have to come together perfectly, and then it's just like, wow. This insane, engine that just hums along and just crushes you. But another Fairy, okay. Shit. I need more blue mana here, but this is scary for them. If they don't draw a Graveyard Hate card and I'm milling 4 plus my draw step. So if I have a Squirming Emergence in the top 5, oh, you bastard. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So they're going to eat something. It's probably going to be the Portal or the 1. They take Portal. Okay, well, if I can find a Squirming here, we're going to go 1 with the Multiverse into Atraxa. That should win us the game. See if we can do it. God damn it. Okay, I can still find a Squirming Emergence here. Okay. I can still find a Squirming Emergence. Let's bounce, discard, loot. Come on, baby. Show me. God damn it. Do I have one in my graveyard? I think I do. I do, right? They duressed me, yeah. Okay, so then the Founding is good. The Founding will bring it back. I need more blue mana here, but this is fine. Pass. I should probably kill that Osteomancer with Bitter Triumph here. We'll see what they do, though. Cash grab. Whew, there's a Roots. Shit. Oh, shit. I can't kill this now. It's too late. Oh, my God. I should have... Oh, it doesn't matter. As soon as they go to their turn, they can just activate this in response and then... Yeah, fuck. Right. Oh boy, they might still be able to go off here. I go Founding next turn, 1 with the Multiverse Atraxa. They can't obviously fire up the Cottage anymore. That's why I burned that Triumph anyway. Let's see what they've got. 1 mana. This is going to be very tough. They can play 1 thing out of the yard. You have to forage, right? But now they have a bunch of stuff to forage away. It's going to be Rubble Belt. Okay. No haste here from the Tivar, so I should be able to get Atraxa and other 1 with the Multiverse into play here. Not a bad draw. I needed blue, and that's perfect. Not only a blue source, but putting another permanent in the yard. Last basic. Okay, so we get to do this. 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 All this. All of this. Oh, yeah. That's lights out. They've got to kill me this turn. They might be able to. That's why this is so scary. Let's see if they can do it. It's going to be a lot of clicking and a lot of... They have to draw well here, but they could kill me. I can't do anything else. That's pretty good. I'm going to win this game if I get to untap, I think. But they know I have Frill back. I can blow up their Roots. It has to be now. Oh, and they have a Bat. That's not going to do it. I think they needed a Tivar off the top. That might have done it, but Or they could have gone Osteomancer, bring back Snarling, and then... No, you're not going to be able to do it. Yeah. Oh, Malicious Eclipse is insane. Neo, chill, bud. Yeah, they know they have to protect that root, so that was good. Bring back the bat, Tranquil Frill back. But this is nasty here. Oh, and a Squirming on top. Just scoop. That's gonna do it, right? No? Yeah, it's for the best. It's over, baby. Combo versus combo. My combo wins. Mythic, finally, dear God. Valaris, what's up? I'm doing ranked, finally getting to Mythic. All I did was play Squirming Emergence. So let's see the record here. It was pretty good. It was pretty good for us. We did lose some games, and unfortunately the record is going to reflect that. My punts were many of our losses, but look at this. Black-green. Oh, this is with all our version. No, wait. I've got to click on this. So we end up with a 61% win rate. Yeah, it should be over 70. I tanked like at least 4 or 5, I don't know, more of these matches are me misclicking. Look at this. Golgari match. Undefeated. Never lost once to Golgari on the way up. Lizards, I was 50-50. Domain, crushing mid-range. All the late game decks are easy peasy. Oh, did I lose? This is some weird Jeskai tempo thing maybe I lost to. And then blue-white control is bad. Look at this blue-white control match. That needs work. I don't know what you can do, but it's a skill-intensive match, and it's a very draw-dependent. I feel like a lot of the games, again, I could have punted some of those games. Those long, drawn-out games against control. But the deck feels great. If you do want to try this deck, I think it's awesome, and you can find the list there. Oh yeah, combo decks are a blast. I mean, doesn't it just feel like you're doing something on another level? Like you're playing Modern at that point when you're doing something like a Traxon turn 3. I mean, you saw me do it multiple times in our little tiny data set of, what, 20 matches with the deck? 25 matches? I don't even know. Didn't get to see Lumra do her thing. Lumra? I don't know how to pronounce it, but... I am going to keep testing that. So we'll be playing more Magic next week, of course. But tomorrow, we've got a new game day. I'm going to be playing Spectre Divide, which is the game that Shroud is invested in and a bunch of other big streamers. Looks really cool. Dark and Deep looks awesome. I'm going to be playing Dark and Deep, Spectre Divide, and Enshrouded. Enshrouded is a multiplayer game. If anybody out there plays, I'm a video gamesman. I don't know about you guys, but I love games. Ladies and gentlemen out there, if you are also a gamer, join me on Saturday. I'm not playing Magic on Saturday. I play other games. Check out the YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of the other games we've played. I have series of games going up. I play stuff every single day. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate that. Thug Life Pain, yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid real quick. I've got to get on dinner and I've got to walk Neo and take care of a bunch of other stuff. So let's give somebody a raid. Who is streaming? I rated MTG Nerd. Nerdy Steve! Oh, I haven't seen Nerdy Steve stream in a while. He's awesome. Let's give Nerdy some love. He's a great dude. Great Magic player. There we go. Give him a follow if you haven't already. I promise he's an awesome dude. He's funny as shit. He's got a very dry sense of humor, which I love. I fully appreciate. As somebody who also likes very dry humor. He's very deadpan when he says things, and sometimes you can't tell if he's joking or not. It's kind of funny. All right. I'm going to copy and paste this. You guys can as well. If you're a sub, you'll have all those emotes. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you. All of you in the chat. Thank you. It's awesome to hang out with you. I love chatting about Magic, even if I'm a donkey sometimes, and I'm stubborn. You got to prove me wrong. I feel like unless I get proven wrong, I stick to my guns. But, here's to proving me wrong next week. I will see you then. Or tomorrow, join me for other games. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Peace.